Hello, everyone. I am back again. I am here with Dominique from Body Mind Fitness. Me, I'm Alana. You probably know that if you're here. I'm Alana Wakeman with the Forest Bridge Real Estate Group at Remax Real Estate Center. And then here with Dominique. So Dominique owns a yoga, fitness, personal training studio in Lambeth here in London. And Dominique was also my very, very first interview that I did when I signed up with Park Bench. You have not seen it. It's in the vault because I was eager and inexperienced, and I fumbled it, and my phone rang during it, and it was too long. And now we're back to do a more streamlined version because I love Dominique. I've been following her on now on social media for a couple of years. I met you in person, and I want to share you with everyone. So Dominique, welcome. Thank you. Welcome again, I should say.
Thank you so much for having me again. And I'm excited to chat with you again. I feel like we talk a lot on Instagram, like through little blue messages here, but we haven't connected since the last time that we filmed.
Because mostly we couldn't until recently-ish of not seeing people or limited or whatever. But luckily, a lot of that has lifted. So can you describe your studio, what you do a little bit?
Yeah, of course. My name is Dominique Gauthier. I'm a personal trainer, a registered yoga teacher, and the owner of Body Mind Fitness, where I am the only employee currently of Body Mind Fitness.
So the owner, the CEO, the trainer, the yoga instructor, the cleaner.
Everything. Yeah. And basically, I empower busy women to build and reclaim their strength and confidence by lifting heavy, easing their back pain, and ditching the pad for leak-free movement, which makes me a core and pelvic floor expert.
Yes. So I was going to mention that because that I think is one of your kind of, I have paint all over my hands also, sorry. That's one of your kind of pillars of your business is that you are a pelvic floor specialist. And I know for myself, having had two kids, it's not something that I think a lot of women think about until they do have kids. And there's all these, not old wives' tales, but anecdotes and whatnot of, oh, that's normal that you'll pee when you sneeze. And once you have kids, it's, you're ruined. But that's not the case. It's common, but not normal. And there's ways to fix that.
Yeah, definitely. And a lot of it comes down to just incorporating the core and the pelvic floor into movement, especially if you're experiencing things like leaking when you're doing movement. So it's one thing to sit there at a red light and go, oh yeah, I have to do my Kegels. But that's not going to help you when you're running, jumping, laughing, sneezing, coughing when the leaking is actually happening. But the more you incorporate it into movement, the more successful you're going to be down the road. And I'm a firm believer that you should not have to ditch any kind of movement at all just because you have some leaking. I want to see you going back to do those things. And even when core and pelvic floors training started happening in the fitness realm, there was a lot of don't do this, don't do that, stay away from these. You can never do this again. But just in the last even 5 years that I've been specializing in it, so much has changed. And it's all about using those movements initially, yes, and then continuing to progressively load those so you can go back to those things that you loved, or maybe even try things that you didn't know you loved, but you will love once you're not leaking through it.
Yeah, that's amazing. So the first time we chatted, there were no in-person classes. Now studio is back open, but you're still available for online classes as well too, yeah?
Yes, so right now, my two main things are personal training and personalized small group yoga classes. And as it stands right now, all of the personalized small group yoga classes are hybrid, meaning there are people in studio and there's a camera set up with a screen and everything, so people can come online or in person as they like. And surprisingly, some of my longtime clients who were really hard to sell on Zoom at the beginning, they're still on Zoom. They love it. They love having their space set up in their home, and they do their class, and when they're done, they're home, and they love it. Yeah.
There's definitely pros and cons to both. I mean, like many people, we set up a home gym here during the last 2 years. And I definitely use it more than I used to go to the gym. But as a mom, as someone who works, it's nice to have a break and be able to get to a studio and a space as well and kind of tune out. the outside world.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm the only one who likes to hide from my kids sometimes, but I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, I think the majority of the people are still really excited to get back in person, but yeah, I think as of right now, I think in the fitness industry, I think hybrid's going to be the way to go, at least for a little bit, as people are just adjusting and figuring out how to, be in the world again, because we were so isolated for so long.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like it could make it accessible for people who may not have otherwise been able to participate or get somewhere, or, the schedule didn't quite work, but if they can watch a video recording of it or do a one-on-one Zoom session, that they're going to be more likely to do that.
Yeah. And even my personal training clients as well, I have a few of them that I just see them once a month on Zoom. We go through all the movements together, and then I actually use an app with them, and I send them their program, and they just fill out the app as they go, so I can still stay in touch with them. And that's been something that's brand new that I never did before, and it's been going really well. And again, it's for that type of person. Some people need that 2-3 times a week, and others just are like, I want the program, but I've already got the motivation to go and get it done. I just want that personalization.
You have a pretty big presence on Instagram. You're very active. You're posting tips and blog posts and exercises and stretches. So everyone, I very much encourage you to go follow along. I will have all the contact information, website, Instagram, everything. If you're in the write-up, that you can reach out to Dominique and get in touch. Is there anything else you want to add? Anything exciting coming up? You've already made some changes since the last time we talked with the app and whatnot. So
yeah, well, I'm in the process of putting together a Facebook group, because one of the things that I've been working really hard to do, and this goes along with even what we talked about earlier with the personal training and coming and seeing me once a month, is definitely not as much as an investment as, say, 2, 3, 4 times a week. So I'm putting together this Facebook group, and the idea behind it is I'm going to start with one video a month, and it's going to be really short, 15 minutes. It's going to be yoga or strength training. Eventually, I do want to bump it up to 2, but I'm trying to take it easy on myself and not like dive in head first, because I have a tendency to do that. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have the time for this. So just another way to just connect with people.
Interview.
So just another way to connect to people, get the messaging out about, pelvic health and how to incorporate it into exercise. So it's going to be a combination of movement, but education, and just connecting with people and letting them know that, yes, it is super, super common. No, it's not normal, but that doesn't mean that you're not normal. It just means that there's definitely something you can do about it. It's just about finding those people who are going to support you along the way.
Yeah. Amazing. Okay, as a wrap up, I like to do a little real estate rapid fire. The first thing that comes to the top of your mind, and as I mentioned to you, I do kind of wing it with these. So I'm trying to think of what ones I've done recently so I don't overlap. Would you rather live in big city or small town?
Small town.
Okay, small town or country?
Country, but I don't like the idea of the delivery fees for things like
Uber Eats,
things. Well, not even that, but even just like hydro. Like I've seen some of my friends who live in the so like those delivery fees, I'm like, whoa, that was more than like your bill cost. That's crazy.
I like how you were the one who's thinking more like utilities and whatnot. I'm like, food, yeah, definitely Uber Eats it is more expensive there, limited options.
Yeah.
Okay, where was I going? Oh, what is a design trend or a home trend that you love? Off the top of your head, first thing you can think of. It could be a color of walls, it could be anything.
I would say I love the aesthetic of like neutral colors, but that would not fly in my home. I have 4 kids. Age range is 4 to 16. And I mean, just like the slight colors we have on the walls, always like muddy fingerprints and stuff sliding by. Like it would be a nice dream one day, but I think my children have to grow up before I even entertain that idea. And by then and by then it's not going to be neutral. It's going to be back to bright colors and all that stuff probably again.
Of course. What would be a feature in a dream home? What would be your number one feature you'd want in a dream home?
This sounds so cliche, but I would love like a proper yoga studio in my home that I can just go to, have my stuff in, soundproof walls so I can't hear anybody when I'm trying to meditate. That would be my dream space. Yeah. My dream future, I guess. Yeah.
Yep. What is one thing you wish you could change about your current home?
I wish we lived closer to my work.
So fair. I know you've told me before where you live, and that is a bit of a drive. So
yeah, so it's about a 20-minute drive on a good day. We live basically on the complete opposite end of the city of where the yoga studio is. So yeah, that would be a dream, is to live closer.
And London traffic and London trains can add a couple minutes here.
Yep, and we're heading into construction season, so it's only going to get better, worse.
Every way out of Byron right now has construction on it. Every road out. So I hear you on that. I'm trying to think of one more. I don't know if I can. I had it, but I've lost it. Oh, I remember now. Okay. Would you rather live in a luxury apartment that you've got, or luxury condo, but you've got no outdoor space, or smaller house, plain Jane house, massive, beautiful yard?
Plain Jane house, massive, beautiful yard. Yeah.
I figured
it's funny.
Everybody's like country home, so.
Yeah. I would love a space that just like, I don't like cleaning, so the smaller the better. But again, it has to house 6 people. So maybe that doesn't work. I don't know. And just a nice, big, beautiful yard that we can like have campfires in at night, and maybe even like backyard camping, because I couldn't get any campgrounds last year. Not that I'm a big outdoor person, which is kind of weird, but I do love spending time outside in the summertime.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, Dominique, thank you so much. Thank you again for coming again, for letting me interview you again. And everyone else, again, all the contact information will be here for Dominique. I highly encourage you, strongly encourage you, highly suggest. It's almost the end of the week, guys. Please go follow her, is where I'm trying to go with that. Go check her out on Instagram. Once the Facebook group is up and running too, I will add that. I'll edit this and add it back in. And all the contact information, go check out her classes. And come back and check me out again too, for another interview with a local family, local business owner here in the Southwest London area. Thanks so much, Dominique. Have a great day.
Thanks so much for having me. I'll talk to you soon.